Are your dreams more than just dreams? What if the thin line between sleep and death is nothing more than a lie we tell ourselves to keep from screaming? Every night you surrender your flesh to the stillness of your bed, but your mind, your soul, becomes an offering, laid bare to forces that crave more than prayers and blood. You call them dreams because the truth would shatter you. They are invitations, sigils burned into your consciousness, a doorway through which things with too many eyes and no mouths crawl toward you, leaving their scent in your marrow. These are not random thoughts, no fleeting flickers of imagination. They are rites, unfinished spells, fractured rituals set in motion long before you ever drew breath. Do you feel it? The weight of something pressing down when you wake, like unseen hands pinning your spirit to the earth, refusing to let you rise until they've had their fill? That is the mark of the dream-thirsty, the ones who linger in the cracks between dimensions, scrying through your slumber, feeding on your fear. Prophecy or predation? Some call them visions, flashes of the future branded into the tender folds of your mind. But prophecy is a soft word, made for trembling mystics who fear the truth. The future does not reveal itself willingly. It is torn open, forced to bleed its secrets by those who know how to ask and how to threaten. When you see what's to come, it is not a gift. It is a consequence. It means something saw you first. You've felt it, haven't you? The cold shiver after a dream too vivid, too real, when your eyes snap open and the echo of a whisper lingers in the dark. A language too old for your tongue, but somehow familiar to your bones. The things that show you the future are not benevolent. There are places you visit in sleep that do not belong to you. Cities that pulse with a life born from ancient rot. Forests where the trees hum with hunger. Temples where the air itself weighs down on you like a crown of broken glass. You think you are wandering, drifting on currents of the mind, but those places are hunting grounds, and you are the prey. Astral travel is not a flight of spirit. It is a rupture, a fracture in the delicate skin of reality through which you fall like a drop of blood into a shark's mouth. Every step you take in these worlds leaves a trace, a scent for the denizens of the in-between to follow, and they do follow. When you feel watched, when you sense the cold kiss of something unseen brushing your skin as you sleep, it is because they have found you, and they're always hungry. The dead and the uninvited. There are those who speak to the dead through dreams, believing it a sacred communion, a tender reunion between the living and the lost. They are fools. The dead are never what they were, and what comes through is not always what it claims to be. When the veil is thin and the dead call your name, do you ever ask yourself who taught them the words? Who opened the door through which they crawl, dragging the cold of the grave into your warm bed? They do not come to comfort you. They come because the living glow like lanterns in the dark, and the dead and the things that wear their faces crave that light like starving wolves. You've heard them, haven't you? The voice you knew so well, the hand that should be dust pressing against your chest as you sleep. But something is wrong. The cadence is too sharp, the fingers too cold, the scent too much like earth turned fresh from the grave. They don't want to say goodbye, they want to come back, and they need you to open the door. Whispers from below. Some dreams are not visions or visitations, they are infestations. Dark tongues speak in the marrow of your bones, curling through your blood like smoke from a censer held aloft in some forgotten ritual. These are not warnings, they are invitations, summons written in the oldest ink, fear, lust and curiosity. There are entities that cannot cross into our world without a willing vessel. They cannot wear flesh unless they are invited to step through. And so they whisper in dreams, shaping themselves into something your mind can comprehend. A lover's face, a lost memory, a promise of knowledge too sweet to resist. They slither into your soul when you're too vulnerable to refuse. And when you wake, you are not alone. They coil inside you, a serpent sleeping in the heart of your spirit, waiting for the right moment to strike. Lucid lies. You think control is safety, that if you can wake within the dream, if you can twist the fabric of the vision to your will, you have power. But power is a leash, and you are not the hand holding it. When you turn the dream into your playground, you announce yourself. You shine like a beacon, and all the things lurking at the edges, things too starved for form, too ancient for mercy, see you, they mark you, and they wait. Lucid dreaming is not freedom. It is an invitation to the predators who hunt in the dark between minds. They see you bending reality, shaping it like wet clay, and they wonder, what else can you shape? What else can you open? What else can you become? Blood and sigil. There are ancient orders that knew the truth, that dreams are the battlefield of the soul. They carved runes into their skin before sleep, offerings to the watchers to buy a night of peace. They drank infusions of roots and blood to anchor themselves, to tether their spirits lest they drift too far into the hungry dark. They understood that the dream realm is a temple desecrated long before man named the stars. You do not dream alone. There are always eyes watching. Some are curious, others are ravenous, but all of them are waiting. The thin veil. So ask yourself, when you wake with your heart pounding and the taste of copper on your tongue, was it just a dream? When you see a face you've never known but can describe down to the smallest scar, is it imagination? Or memory from another life, clawing its way through the fractures in your soul? When you feel fingers on your throat in the dead of night, is it sleep paralysis? Or the weight of something that followed you back from the place where you do not belong? Dreams are not safe. They are not yours. They are the oldest hunting ground, where spirits, devils, and the echoes of dead gods circle like vultures, waiting for a crack wide enough to step through. And you are the crack. We want to know. What have you seen when your eyes were closed? What followed you back when you woke? Share your stories, your visions, your hauntings, your invitations. After all, the veil is thinner than you think. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Cheers.